Curse podcast, the BlackCurse podcast, the Black Curse podcast, the BlackCurse podcast, the BlackCurse podcast, the BlackCurse podcast. Woo! BlackCurse podcast. I had went to Austin and won or whatever. I went to Austin and lost. That's where that kind of let me know how when you a kid and you dreaming of a business. Austin kind of showed me nah, you gotta write a real business proposal.
Okay.
And you gotta be logical about what type of business you're gonna do.
Okay.
I had wanted to do a theme park.
Oh my god.
I wanted to do a theme park.
Ooh.
It wanted to make it a sports theme park where it was because kids have tournaments in soccer, basketball,
right.
And then. What I noticed when I worked at Celebration Station was all these kids that were playing sports were coming to Celebration Station after their games.
Okay.
So I was thinking, okay, how about you just have it in one spot where you have the games, the arcade, so once they get done playing basketball or football or whatever, the kids just come right here and, ride go-karts,
Now I like the concept.
Yeah, but I was a kid just dreaming
I mean, no, I like the concept, but then the reality is the finance.
That's the point. That was the point they made. They was it's a backing that you gotta have.
I gotta believe with your dream. How can your dream make me money?
Yeah, exactly. They were saying, and that's what they was telling me. They were saying it's a nice idea, but it's about financing. How would you get that? All these different aspects of business. And then let me know, oh no, this is a real deal.
No.
It was a good learning lesson.
No, it's beautiful.
Yeah, so excuse me. We're gonna get started today. It's your boy BlackCurse, the niggerized American, and we are on the BlackCurse podcast. I haven't done one in quite a bit, and I have a special guest today,
Skinnyboy. Skinnyboy! I'm coming live and correct! Skinnyboy! I'm here. Happy to be here. Happy to connect with my homeboy. He was on another podcast with his homeboy, and I just always wanted to jump on. Just in trying to enjoy life, man. I'm trying to work, do what I need to do, take care of my family, take care of myself, and connect. We live in like that book say, this is the worst of times and the best of times.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we at right there, man. We don't know if we're gonna go into World War III. We don't know if the world economy is gonna switch out of the United States dollar. Crypto was the biggest thing. Now it's kind of low thing, but it's still relevant.
Mm-hmm.
What real estate is not what it is now. It's over the top, and the middle class is almost in America. Either you are or you're not. Mm-hmm. It's being phased out.
Yeah.
So, man, I'm just up here working and living and with my boy Eric and BlackCurse.
Yes, sir.
And just looking and learning, man. This is good times, man. But I also recognize I recognize the benefits, and I understand the problems. And when I'm going over the United States, well, right now I'm staying in Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, Kansas. And when I go into them places, man, I'm seeing white people not doing as great as what we think in our heads white people are.
Oh no.
Yeah. And what white people think they are, they think they don't understand that they're in the machine. They think that they are a part of let me say what we think is white privilege.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of believe that they have the right to it, but they don't understand they're in the machine too.
Oh yeah.
So when I go places, man, I see poverty. Think about it. We think about welfare. We think blacks and Latinos.
Mm-hmm.
they the ones on most of it.
Oh yeah.
And they have a whole family intact with a father, mother, kids, and they getting a check.
Mm-hmm.
Where me and you, we have to separate the father. Most of the time, you understand that the father's not there when people are getting housing, this and that, benefits.
Not to cut you short. Let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
Where are you from?
I'm from Dallas. Born in Lubbock, raised in Dallas, Fort Worth.
You was born in Lubbock, Texas.
Yeah, Lubbock, Texas. Reese Air Force Base. My old man was in the military.
Was your parents married?
Yes.
For how long?
About maybe, I want to say about maybe 12 years.
12 years?
About.
Okay. So how did y'all get to Dallas? You just what?
Moved around from coming out of the military, went down to Eagle Lake, Texas. That's around Houston. Then my mother was born. My mother was born in like Harrison Switch, which is part of Waco. She, as a little girl, went to Lubbock, met my old man, and they just kind of moved around. Then we settled in Dallas, and then we moved to the suburbs of Garland when we was kids.
So you lived in Garland. You did tell me that. Like,
yeah, I went to I can't even remember the elementary school. I remember the teacher. I had Miss Baker was my teacher in Garland, and I went to elementary. Then I went to middle school, and I left out of high school and went back to Dallas. Pleasant Grove. I went to Oak Cliff, Kimball.
You went to Kimball High School?
Spruce High School, then Kimball.
Okay.
Freshman, junior, then I quit.
You didn't graduate high school?
I quit, man.
I always thought you graduated high school.
I got sick and tired, man.
Of school?
Yeah, I got sick and I didn't see the purpose anymore. And my mother was a person that she respected work. So the only way I could be respected in her eyes is I had to immediately get out there and work. And when I did that, I got my GED. You had to go take your test, and I studied on the GED, got it, got me a job. I had a job at Kmart. That was my official first job. No, Showbiz Pizza, Partners Restaurant, then Kmart, and I worked Kmart and UPS, and then I went to Republic Bank. And from Republic Bank, First Republic Bank, NCNB, Nations Bank, then I think it's Chase now, I think.
Oh, okay.
So
I ain't heard of those.
I see. I'm just telling you, that was way back. I got on the bank in 1985. I'm an old dude.
Yeah.
And no, man, I just got here, worked, average dude. I went into the military. I did it backwards. I went into the reserves because I didn't have a GED. I had to go get 20 credit hours at a community college. That made me go to do that. That helped me. So when I did that, when I went to go just so I can be accepted in the military, because that was their standard then, it changes. That kind of helped me respect college because I saw college as a purpose, more purposeful. When I was in high school, I didn't see where was I going with this. What was this? I mean, if you think about it, and I don't mean it to be if you don't have a purpose the minute you become a freshman, you lost. You have to know what it is, and I didn't have that purpose. What did I want to do?
Yeah.
So I went to the reserves and did my service with the reserves, but I was at the bank and it was a dead end. That was a dead end job. So I turned around and went full time in the military. The only thing I didn't like, I was a cook.
You didn't like being a cook?
Oh, that was terrible. That wasn't. I'm 5'9", and I was about 135 pounds or something when I went into the military. But in my mind, in my heart, I wanted to be what we say hua. I wanted to be that soldier. I wanted to be Rambo, all that stuff.
Right,
Black Rambo. So cooking, that's not respectable.
Yeah. So you actually wanted to go out and
I didn't want to kill nobody like necessary. I wanted to be where if I could have been in Desert Storm where my country wanted me to be,
right.
I'd have been there.
So do you consider yourself like a proud American?
I have more respect for being American. Mm-hmm. I didn't have that. I didn't embrace that till being older and maturing and paying attention. Mm-hmm. All you have to do, if you don't like it here, man, Mexico, south of Texas, go. Don't. I ain't talking about Cancun, player. Don't go to Cancun.
You go to Mexico.
Go start there.
What about the cartel?
Brother, don't drive. Brother, don't drive. Don't drive. I'll help you. You need somebody, call me. Call Skinnyboy. I'll tell you how to get past the border. All these people can't be at the line trying to come to the United States for no reason. Mm. But if you just cross over, you can go to Tijuana, places not... Cartel, they just drove in. Those black people who just drove in, man.
Yeah.
That's Matamoros. Mm. They killed damn Mexican students down there.
Yeah.
But if you go into places, and I was a truck driver, I'm still am now, but I was an 18-wheel truck driver, and they have places, San Diego, crossover, Tijuana, Fort Bliss, not Fort Bliss, El Paso, Texas, crossover. They have safe zones that whether the cartel is invested in it or not, those are safe zones. Mm-hmm. Anytime there's a violation in the safe zone, that's a water broke out between them. Mm-hmm. Okay. So when I go to Laredo, same thing. I done been across the border in Mexico. When you go to a restaurant and you see in America, in Texas, somebody have a toilet basket by the toilet, and they'll even have a sign: throw your toilet in the basket. Mm-hmm. Flush your toilet paper. When you get through doing your business, flush it. Mm-hmm. The pipe, they don't put toilet paper down. They don't. The piping system that might as well be alien technology.
Really?
In Mexico, Mexico. I've been to the Philippines in my own money, not because I was an army soldier.
I'm sorry. When did you go do this?
2000 and I want to say 2008.
Oh, I didn't know you did.
No, you didn't know me then. And I went there. I was looking for a wife. I was looking for a wife. The original. I ain't lying. I went. But the only bad thing about it, which I'm sad to say, you got to have your money right. Oh. And my money was good to get me there. And I'm that dude. I'm going to get there and get back.
Right.
I ain't going to miss no flights. I ain't going to do nothing.
Right.
But you got to have money, man. And people don't understand that. And to be honest, you need to really, because if you really want love, man, if you're a good person, you really, really want a woman, those are the places to go. When we saying all this stuff, now the game is the game.
Yeah.
Game is the game.
So you think like men in America in the West should be dating women across the pond?
I think you should. This is the thing about me understanding and embracing me being American, because I understand the opportunities I have. Mm-hmm. When you go to these other places, they don't have, they're fighting, and they don't have time to stick out their chest and say that they're better than, and all the stuff that we going through.
Right.
Because they're just fighting day by day. So they're living in their traditional roles and their values of what they just want a man. Mm-hmm. And if he can be a provider, if he can be the daddy, he can be all that. That's the basics.
Hold on, let me express it. So when you went to the Philippines, what did you What did you do?
I met her. I had a family. I met her with a girl that I had a family, and this is. Let me hit you with this. Anytime you really want to get down in a foreign country, you need to have some spot. I don't care if you can go to the church, whatever religion, the Muslims, whoever you can go into to try to connect you with a family. You need to have a connection. You don't never need to be nowhere by yourself. Mm-hmm. When I went out there, I was connected with a family. Mm. And I met their whole family, bro. Mm. Daddy, mama, everybody, cousins, everybody. Filipino people are not prejudiced people. They have class wars, but black is beautiful. Mm-hmm. They don't look at black like, I say the States. Right. I want to say the States or Europe. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you're getting a traditional woman. She's not perfect. Manila is not a great place because they straight on the hustle. Mm-hmm. Cebu, it's almost, it's damn 7,000 islands over there, man.
Yeah.
So I flew out to Cebu, from Manila to Cebu. That's country people. They almost still farming and stuff.
I think that's cool that you actually went over there. Like, cause I've talked to a lot of African Americans, and they'll be like, I'd be like, man, I went to UK when I was 16 or whatever.
Right.
They'll be like, oh man, what's it like on some army stuff or the military? And I'd be like,
right.
No. I'd be like, my mom wanted me to go, but some people, a lot of African Americans too, be scared to go. They be thinking the UK people in the UK hate Americans because of political stuff.
No, man. I mean, that's the thing that I hate because I used to preach this to the other people. Even my son, he was a young man at the time, but I used to say this. And my son's eyes was looking at me like, I say, listen, we're going to go to Mars. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I say, no, I'm talking about another country on the earth.
Yeah.
So my point is, you say this to another man, especially this, to me in my head, 2008, round the corner. Man, that's over, what, to 15?
I was a junior.
You was, okay. Okay, I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
So, just 15 years ago, roughly, people, you say that to them, that was strange.
It's strange. It sounds strange to black Americans. Like when you say you've been overseas. I've been overseas when I was like 3 because my mom was in the army.
Right.
And I went to Germany. And then I went when I was 16 or whatever. And when you tell like black people that, it's like weird. And I've had friends where I'd be like, man, one day, bro, I'm gonna get rich, I'm gonna be popping, and I'm gonna take you. And they'll look at me like,
Nah, I mean, I wouldn't take nobody. Nah, because one is expensive. Two, it's like to get a passport, man. Is a beautiful thing to me. Not have a felony. I tell anybody, don't have no felony.
Right.
Blah blah blah. I got a divorce, and I was talking to, and that's why when they tell you don't listen to females, I would have got me. I went to a female lawyer. I was thinking about going because my brother and sister was in Germany. Mm-hmm. I was gonna go live in Germany.
Oh yes. Your sister and
her ex. Yeah, okay. And the lady, I let her talk me out of it. Mm-hmm. It helped me on one hand, but I would have had a wife easily.
In Germany?
Yeah. Without a doubt. Wife easily. And she'd have been bound down to me. I seen it. Mm-hmm. And when this guy told me my wife, I don't give my wife flowers. Bro.
Yeah. No, it's funny, right? So I had when I worked at the library, it was this lady that I worked with. Her husband, his family ancestry comes from Germany. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I think he had a cousin that came from Germany over to the United States. And it was funny to hear this white lady, she was like, every black guy that passed, she was in awe.
Really?
Yeah, she was like, she said she was like,
now, I'm going to ask you this. Uh-huh. Honestly, was she a nice looking woman?
Cool. I didn't see the lady. She was saying it was her husband cousin. You know
okay.
what I mean? So I don't know how old she was. She was saying that when she came to the States, though, she was like every black guy that passed by.
Okay.
She was like, it was like she was in heaven. And I was like, man, that's funny.
I got talked out of it, and I make a joke to somebody that's been working on my third album. I be hitting them poses. Third album.
Oh my god! He said happy with my third.
Man,
You know it's crazy. I was playing Chuck Berry the other day, and he was playing. It's like overseas where he's in London. You know what I'm saying? It's live.
Come on.
And you know, he was like, I want all the girls to say. Oh, damn, I can't even think of how the song go, but he was like, my thing.
Yeah. That was vulgar.
Yeah,
that was freaky.
It was like he was in England, and man, it was sounding so. My girl was like, "What the hell?" I said, "Man, Chuck Berry's over there getting it in."
Do you know that dude died a millionaire?
Of course.
Nah, don't say of course, cause Little Richard barely made it. If Michael Jackson died, he passed Little Richard his album.
Yeah, you know the ironic thing, right? When Lerone, you know my friend Lerone.
Yeah, I know.
When he wrote his book.
Okay.
We was talking about Chuck Berry. And I said, man, you know what's crazy is that I know Chuck Berry is from St. Louis.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's from St. Louis. And the way I discovered that Chuck Berry is from St. Louis is that man, I used to ride, you know, I'm just riding on the highway or whatever. Used to always play at the casino when they used to have it on the billboard. Everywhere you go in St. Louis, it's on the billboard. Chuck Berry playing at Ameristar.
Come on.
Queens Casino.
Come on.
You know, he's
Come
playing
on.
all these places. And this just local.
Come on.
Casinos.
Man, talk.
Money. So I was like, I didn't pay nothing. They showed Chuck Berry with the guitar.
I want to just add to what you saying. It's an interview on YouTube with Chuck Berry talking to Johnny Carson. They canceled the next act for Chuck Berry to stay on and keep doing it, then and perform. They like that dude, man.
Yeah, man. So I would just ride by. I'd be like, man, look at this old.
Yeah, come on.
I don't know
that ding wing thing.
Yeah, I'm from the old. I'm from the hip hop. You know what I mean? So
you couldn't even take his beat and make a jam.
Man. And so I'm like, you know, another thing, another place I used to like to go is like the Delmar Loop in St. Louis.
Okay.
They literally have a statue of Chuck Berry. You will see it, don't think much of it.
Okay.
Walk past this place all the time.
Come on.
Got a vinyl. When I start figuring out who Chuck Berry is and this is grander, this is rock.
Come on, man.
It's I have a vinyl over there. He's playing live at the Blueberry Hill. The Delmar Loop, Blueberry Hill is on the Delmar Loop.
I didn't know.
You
teaching me something.
And it's like when I bought the vinyl, I bought it because I was like, Blueberry Hill. I see
that's Chuck Fats Domino talked about Blueberry Hill.
Yeah, it's in St. Louis.
It's on the
it's on the Delmar Loop. I pass this place all the time, man.
You telling me stuff.
You know what I mean? Like this cultural.
Man, Blueberry Hill, man. They used the white boy on Happy Days used to say, I found my three.
Man, you know, I'm
is this a portal or something?
I'm like it, like, you know, when you start studying the history, you like, man, this is wild.
Okay.
So, you know what I mean? I see the dude pass by, didn't think much of it, man. So, you know, when Lerone was telling me about Chuck Berry, I asked my grandma, I was like, yeah, grandma, you like Chuck Berry? She like, you know, I used to go see him in Winsfield. Winsfield was out there and saying, you know, I used to go see him in Winsfield all the time, you know. I said, did you like him? Like, was you attracted to him? You know,
help me.
Was you a groupie?
No.
You know?
She said no.
She was like, nah.
Why I say that right?
She was like, nah. Like, they ain't say say groupie, but she was.
I mean, I like the music was, but I wasn't feeling him.
Yeah, and she was like, I wasn't into that. Like,
Okay.
she like, he be at the casino. He always got some white woman. It's all the time.
Come on.
All the time. You know what I mean? And like I said, I used to see him.
Come on.
You know what I mean? And
white people.
Yeah, white folks.
White people.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Big. And so, like, it took LaRone telling me literally about Chuck Berry. How big he was, and then being in St. Louis and seeing his statue all the time.
You didn't get it.
And then click.
Because he was out of your culture, bro.
Yeah, he was out of my culture. And then now it's like, man,
you have to respect. You know what his biggest downfall?
Girls.
Him.
Yeah.
Him.
Yeah.
He got in trouble for taking a chick over there, getting pissed off, leaving her. Mm-hmm. That was what was that? That was like what we say today, what they put on pimps. That's what they did.
Yeah, nah, he had those issues with them white girls. But
and they gonna protect the white girls though.
Oh yeah, of
I'm
course.
just saying.
Yeah. So, I have to respect all them people, Little Richard.
But see this. I'm glad you said Little Richard. If you understood when he say I'm the architect, mm-hmm. and you see where he come touching James Brown, and you say this nigga,
yeah,
he was bad, bro.
He bad. Prince, come on, man.
Nah, they put Prince. Don't throw Prince, cause Prince ego. Hold up, we don't stay.
And let me say this. I always used to wonder, why do rock and rollers wear eyeliners, wigs?
Okay.
All these different.
I'm a jump. Look, man, you there to set something on fire. I'm here with BlackCurse, and we can have a conversation. But where is the entertainment? When you think about this. Mm-hmm. What you just do? And he just cursed you out. Mm-hmm. And you didn't even know it. Mm-hmm. Then he put a piano with it. He got a band on it. Mm-hmm. Bam. Yeah. James Brown come in there. Jimi Hendrix come in there.
Come on, man. It's in the
bro.
It's funny too, because you take the rappers of today. All they do is hold the microphone.
Don't go
and walk up and down.
I'm gonna tell you something. Don't go to the 90s where the boys out of Louisiana had white shirts and you see a whole group. Don't.
I mean, even if you take Mardi Gras in Louisiana.
Okay, you been?
Huh?
You been?
No, I've never been.
Okay,
but I'm just saying that when you see it, it's a form of entertainment. They dancing with the trombone.
Okay, I'm gonna let you have it. No, I'm gonna let you have it. I'm gonna let you have it. I see it.
The culture history has always been you have to.
What's the use, bro?
Yeah.
I don't look. We take because we're consistently being entertainment, but go back 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. Go back and look what entertainment was. What rock and roll was then that was mind blowing, bro. Mm-hmm. And the white people were scared of what rock and roll from out of blues and all this, and then here come the explosion of rock and roll, bro. That was mind bending.
Yeah.
And if you go to England, see Little Richard came in a bikini.
Yeah.
And you like, this nigga.
I mean, when I because mostly white boys do the rock now, right?
Yeah.
So when I see them and I see their antics with the eyeliners, wigs, the it's all
Kiss.
Yeah.
You have to take, because even the blacks, you have to take. Somebody want to see something out when you go to your job. Boom, boxing, this and that. You needed to see something that would start your imagination. Star Wars. Mm-hmm. I hate the first Star Wars, but it ignited the whole imagination. Yeah. And that's what the 70s was. The 60s was leaving traditions. The 70s was still on superhero stuff.
Yeah.
So I what is this? What's the white guy? He's dead now. He came out with this guy called Iggy Pop. He was supposed to be an alien. Mm-hmm. And he jumped in the 80s and jumped in a suit, but in the 70s he had this white makeup, wigs and stuff like that. Man, I can't think of this dude. Mm-hmm. And that's what white people, I didn't dig it. Mm-hmm. But I dug what he was doing. I respect because you were out of your redundant, boring life.
Mm-hmm.
You wanted to see something different, entertaining.
Yeah. That's. Go ahead.
We looking for magic, man.
No.
Okay, you look in the entertainment. You're looking for magic. You're looking for that. That's what it's like. Without drugs, that's what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Add drugs to it, you probably enhance it. Okay. When I first remember Michael Jackson in the 70s, and then coming on, Michael Jackson was magical, man.
Let me stop you there. So, me and my girl had a conversation the other day about it was actually yesterday. And I asked my girl, we was talking about Michael Jackson. And I said, with Michael Jackson, I was terrified of him as a kid. My girl said, I was terrified of Michael as a kid.
Y'all wasn't in the era. Michael went through the phases, man.
Right. And I said, so I was telling her the story. I said, maybe I don't recall. Maybe this is what I recalled of my mom telling me about Michael Jackson.
Man, come on, man, mama. Let's call mama now.
So I say, I was like, my mom used to show me old pictures of Michael
Jackson.
On,
man.
My mom be like, he was such a handsome boy.
Man, come on,
this,
man,
that, and third.
mama.
And then I see him, and he's this white guy.
Man,
and she
on,
said,
man.
He had the explosion, and that's how he turned that way. That's what she told me as a kid.
Okay, I'm gonna let her have it.
And I was like, yeah, bro, I'm, and then he talked with the people just say crazy things.
Right.
And
very feminine.
And
emasculated.
I would look at Michael and I'd be like, no. And then I think it was the Thriller, the one where he was dancing in this like monster.
Yeah, Thriller, legendary.
That shit scared that shit.
Man, I remember when Tom Joyner was on a station called K104. Mm-hmm. I know it's still alive, but I'm saying Tom Joyner was running the ship. We went down, man, that's what I can't remember. What hotel we went downtown. I skipped school, and we saw Thriller for the first time. And there was a guy like Jerome on Snowfall. Stood up. Shut up! Play it! And we played Thriller, man, and got our world rocked.
Really?
And I'm telling you, what your mama saying, Michael Jackson went through phases, bro. And y'all caught the bad end to me of what that was. Quincy Jones is a cold, incredible legend.
Without a doubt.
Okay. And he took a talent. If you listen to the way the joy and the magic and all the expressions coming out of Michael Jackson, and that was hard for Quincy because he's a construction. Mm-hmm. He's
like the conductor.
He's the conductor, the engineer of it, the
yeah.
He's all that, bro. Mm-hmm. If you check him out, Joe Jackson told him, you can't make him no bigger. That was a lie. Quincy Jones took Michael Jackson. If you want to look and study what fame do, Michael Jackson is the prototype of fame.
Yeah, for real.
It destroyed him, bro.
Yeah.
And nobody, like, to me, really wants to talk on that. And what Michael Jackson taught me is to appreciate where you at.
Yeah, your regular life.
Appreciate it.
Because, I mean, honestly, when I would hear him talk and, he would talk about, he never felt like he'd been a kid.
Come on, man.
And then when you do the history of it.
Come on, man.
And you're like...
Man, they got out of poverty on that.
Yeah, you like... Yeah. And I can only see me as a parent.
Man.
I'm a parent now. Just imagine Amos taking us to the next level.
Come man, win! Can I get in? No, I got my wig.
And just imagine me. I'm balling out now at 32, man. Amos, if you don't get your ass on that stage,
you know I'm related to y'all. You got your belt. Amos getting ready to get his. I'm gonna whoop all the brakes off of him.
And Joe Jackson was that parent.
Man, he had to. It was survival. I was at the steel mill, bro.
I don't like doing it. Who want to work at the steel
don't mean if y'all ever, I done been in 40 of the 48 states of the United States of America through a truck. I done been through Indiana.
Gary, come on, bro.
I done been through Chicago. Those are not great. Indiana is worse than what Chicago.
Yeah, I always say Detroit.
Come on.
St. Louis.
Once upon a time,
Gary,
it's gone.
Cleveland, Chicago.
Come on, man.
I said Chicago get all the hype because it's just a more populous.
Come on,
city.
man.
I said, but those other ones just as bad.
Man, come on, man.
Just as bad. Like,
I done been through and I done been through with white people looking at their lives. I done been through with black people. If I was Joe Jackson, bro, you want a life. What he tell them? Mm-hmm. We gonna do the work. Mm-hmm. The other brothers kind of knew the deal. Mike, he was in it, but he was raised into it, kind of.
Yeah, he was groomed into it. It's kind of like one of them things, like, and I'm not comparing it as far as what they are, or because I don't see them as the same, but I look at it as childhood entertainment. Lil Wayne.
I'll let you have it, but okay, when you hear Lil Wayne started at 14, 12 or 14,
but he was a little bit younger than that because he was, kind of rapping.
Okay, but listen to everybody talk about Lil Wayne. They say, where does that come from when they say Lil Wayne fall back and wait till everybody leaves and, hey man, let me get on my lines. Mm-hmm. That come from, man, hardship that he understood, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And the brothers, Tito, Jermaine maybe, but they understood the deal. Mm-hmm. They understood,
they
bro.
Older.
They older. They like, man. And he made them do bricks, like take these bricks to go over there so you'll never want to go back to the factory.
Yeah.
They understood it.
They understand. Mike, it's just like when you have those child pride, and sometimes like with kids, right? You can have 5 or 6 different kids. You know what I mean?
Okay,
5
come
kids.
on, I got you.
But it could be that one that can be like, man, you know what? I just gravitate to dancing.
Okay, come on, man.
I
mean, you saying some stuff for real.
I gravitate to music. Mike was just that kid, because all his other kids didn't go that far as Mike. But they didn't gravitate towards it like Mike
Not
did.
like Mike, man.
Mike kind of had that, you know what I mean?
That charisma.
He wanted to do it.
He wanted to do it, man.
So
you couldn't have told Michael Jackson at 5, 6, 7, don't do this no more.
No, he like, no, man. It's fun. And then to a point, I think to a certain degree, when you get older, you constantly do it. You be like, damn, man, my childhood.
I wish, man, but see, this is the thing. I say that from sitting here. But then I look at other people. The person I look at right now that I can pull on is Bruno Mars. Mm-hmm. He looks like he having fun. And he was the same kid. Mm-hmm. He wanted to be on stage. Mm-hmm. He had his problems, blah, blah, blah. Michael Jackson just grew. Is that the fight?
Yes.
Oh, man, we got...
Curse podcast, the BlackCurse 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 podcast. Woo! BlackCurse podcast.